Actually, when we did our fit, we did the full size run, and the fit models were surprised that I was asking for their feedback as we were kind of finalizing the patterns in the fit to make sure that they all felt confident in the same piece. And the other thing is people don't realize my grandfather was a tailor. So I grew up, so even my pattern drafters were a little shocked. I get up and I pin, I chalk, I move seam lines, I do everything, and they're kind of freaked out by that. They just thought I would sit there and go, oh, I like it, I don't. No, I'm very much involved. Importantly, you know, truly servicing a larger size run going from 0 to 18, and while bringing in kind of that fashion flair. So I was really inspired by silhouettes from the late 60s and some of the luxury of, you know, kind of the 70s, and, you know, can I kind of go with that laundry list of items and bring it to a price point that, you know, every woman can really afford. It was pretty tricky, but again, I always think that with high fashion, or just with fashion in general, fit is key. And as long as you're truly, really focused on every detail of that fit, you definitely have achieved your goal. I think every woman should have a suit that fits them impeccably well, and you know, with the wide leg trouser, it's universally flattering because not everyone can wear the skinny pant. And I really wanted to kind of, I really worked very, very hard on that. We sell it as a separate so that you can dress it up as a whole suit, or you can wear just a blazer with a shirt, or a blazer with a beaded top and jeans. You can wear it different ways, and that was important. You know, with fashion in general, we're often inspired by everything all over the world. Even some of the prints that you see in one of the dresses that are on the floor, I mean, it literally comes from a photograph that I shot while in Morocco. You know, and it's like, for me, it's bringing that worldly inspiration to the table. That's really what fashion's about, and bringing that back to the collection. You know, there are so many, I have so many incredible experiences. I think the reason Morocco inspired, you know, some of the prints for this collection is because I was recently there just about a year ago, and I was so floored by the culture, kind of walking through the souk in Marrakesh, and even shooting out, you know, in the desert. It was just, I was so inspired, and you're going to see some of that kind of journey aspect, especially from the desert, in the spring collection. But you know, I would definitely say Morocco stands out as a memory. And then actually another place that you never expect, I remember the very first time I ever went to Venice, I remember people saying, oh, Venice is beautiful, blah, blah, blah. This was years and years ago. And I remember when I arrived in Venice and I walked around some of the streets, people don't realize that they think it's all canals, but it's actually a walking city. And I truly felt the power of the artisans of the period, and it was almost in a weird way, I felt like I came home. So it was like maybe this like weird past life thing, I don't know. But I just really, I feel very connected to Venice. You know, New Zealand is so breathtaking. I mean, the rolling hills, the sheep. You know, I got to shoot when I was last there, you know, some great locations, even, you know, where they, you know, shot Lord of the Rings and, you know, Hobbiton. And for me, it's just, you know, in terms of just kind of the feeling, and it brings you back to, it feels like a very old world. Like if you go to Queenstown, I mean, the trees are enormous, and I'm a hiker, so I mean, you've got these trees, it almost feels like you're in another world. And by the way, I'm obsessed with coats. I'm even a coat person, to the point that even everyone makes fun of how many coats that I have. So I love all of you.
What's your favorite coat, like, ever that you have in your closet?
That I have?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one of my favorite coats right now that I haven't even worn yet, I'm saving it, is one of these. It's a 3/4 length coat from McQueen's last collection that Lee designed himself, in an ice jacquard fabric, and it's amazing.